What if I told you your IQ is not completely fixed? Not at 18, not at 25, not even at 50. Your brain is plastic. It rewires itself constantly based on how you use it. And the smartest people in history understood something most people today completely avoid: deep thinking without input. No phone, no music, no scrolling, no constant stimulation. Just thinking. Albert Einstein spent long periods alone visualizing problems in his head. Charles Darwin developed many of his revolutionary ideas, not in laboratories, but during long, quiet walks where he simply thought deeply about patterns in nature. Today, our brains are flooded with information every minute. Notifications, videos, podcasts, endless opinions. But when you constantly consume input, your brain never practices generating its own ideas. Deep thinking is like weightlifting for the mind. It forces your brain to build connections, analyze patterns, and explore possibilities. Even 20 minutes a day of uninterrupted thinking about a question, a problem, or an idea can strengthen reasoning and creativity. Most people avoid silence. Geniuses use it as a training ground. Reading difficult material. There's a huge difference between reading and reading things that challenge you. Your brain grows strongest when it's slightly uncomfortable. Easy reading, short posts, simple articles, quick summaries doesn't demand much mental effort. Your brain glides over the information without building many new connections. But difficult books force your brain to slow down. They require you to interpret ideas, hold multiple concepts in memory, and connect arguments across pages. Philosophy, science, history, and complex nonfiction activate several parts of the brain at once. This kind of cognitive effort strengthens working memory, reasoning, and verbal intelligence, all key components of IQ. Many of the greatest thinkers in history were obsessive readers. Bill Gates reads around 50 books per year. Warren Buffett reportedly spends most of his day reading. Elon Musk once said he learned rocket science primarily by reading books. When you struggle through challenging material, your brain is doing exactly what muscles do during exercise. It's adapting. The goal isn't just to read more. It's to read things that force your brain to level up. The third one is learning something completely new. Your brain hates stagnation. When you repeat the same routines every day, your neural pathways become efficient, but they also become rigid. Your brain stops forming new connections. Learning something new disrupts that comfort. It forces your brain to build fresh neural networks, strengthen memory systems, and adapt to unfamiliar information. That's why activities like learning a new language, playing a musical instrument, coding, chess, or advanced math have such powerful effects on cognitive performance. These tasks combine memory, pattern recognition, and problem solving, three core components of intelligence. Research consistently shows that people who regularly learn new skills maintain sharper cognitive abilities for longer periods of their lives. In other words, intelligence behaves like a muscle. If you challenge it with new movements, it grows stronger. If you repeat the same motions forever, it plateaus. The smartest people never stop becoming beginners again. Number 4. Explaining what you learn. One of the fastest ways to make your brain smarter is teaching. There's a powerful cognitive technique sometimes called the Feynman method, named after the brilliant physicist Richard Feynman. The idea is simple. If you truly understand something, you should be able to explain it clearly in simple language. When you try to teach an idea, your brain is forced to organize information logically. You discover gaps in your understanding. You refine concepts until they make sense. Teaching transforms passive knowledge into active intelligence. Students who explain ideas to others consistently retain information longer and understand it more deeply. It's why professors often say they learn the most while teaching their subjects. So after you read something interesting, try explaining it out loud, to a friend, to a notebook, or even to yourself. If you can't explain it simply, your brain hasn't finished learning it yet. Number 5. Spending time with smart people. Intelligence is surprisingly contagious. Your brain constantly adapts to the level of thinking around you. When you spend time with curious, analytical, intellectually active people, you naturally absorb their habits. You hear better questions. You encounter new ideas. You're exposed to different ways of reasoning. Conversations become mental workouts. On the other hand, if the people around you avoid deep thinking, dismiss learning, or mock curiosity, your brain slowly adapts to that environment too. The smartest individuals throughout history rarely worked in isolation. They surrounded themselves with thinkers, scientific circles, philosophical communities, intellectual partnerships. Ideas grow faster when minds collide. Your environment quietly trains your brain every day. Choose it carefully.